Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and today I'm going to do a comparison for you between the Before Tarot, the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, and the After Tarot. And I want you to see how they portray each card as moving through time. In other words, what happens one moment before the Rider-Waite-Smith image and what happens one moment after the Rider-Waite-Smith image. Now, I'm not going to comment on each one, but if you want to, pause your video so you can look closely at the differences, that might be good. Also, if you would like to see a review of each individual deck, you can find them on my Tarot Deck Reviews Volume 1 playlist. I've individually reviewed each one of these decks. All right, so let's take them out of the box, and I move my camera angle closer so you can get a better view, so hopefully that'll help you. I'm going to put each deck out and show you all three cards together so you can get a good idea. And I really feel like these two decks, the before and after, are a real game changer as far as interpreting the tarot goes. I really feel like they are so helpful. And the deck I have that matches the closest to these other two decks, to the two new ones, is the Radiant Rider-Smith deck. I tried the Pamela Coleman-Smith commemorative deck, but the colors are super dull, and they really didn't look well together. This really matches much better. And actually, the before and after tarots are done by different artists, even though they look quite similar. I was surprised when I glanced. I just assumed it was the same artist, but it's not the same artist. So, and if you want more specifics on that, like I said, check out the review of each deck. All right, so let's start with the Fool. All right, and I'm not sure if I should hold these up for you, which would be better. So just look at the images and see how they change. And that's the Fool. And in the Before Tarot, he's picking the rose. In the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, he is just standing at the edge of the cliff. And in the After Tarot, he is falling off the cliff. He's holding onto the edge, but he's not a bit worried. He's still smelling the rose, and just his backpack is gone. His cane, his walking stick is gone, and I have no doubt that he's going to fly. All right, let's look at the Magician. So here are the three Magician cards. And I'm not going to comment on each one. I'll just say a few things when I notice, but I want you to be able to see the difference in the images. In the Before Tarot, there's a monkey. That's not in either of the other two cards. And in the After Tarot, he is levitating all of the implements, all of the wand, cup, sword, and pentacle, all the tools, and there is also a dove of peace on the table. All right, next we have the High Priestess. In the Before Tarot, she has an owl flying to her and landing on her head. The moon is in a different position on the After Tarot. And you'll probably notice other things as well. The Empress. I find the Empress changes to be super interesting. So in the Before card, the Empress has two children on her lap with a dove flying down. And then in the After Tarot, she has got a family of swans at her feet. So I find that to be interesting. The Emperor has a lamb across his shoulders in the Before Tarot. In the After Tarot, he has a ram reclining at his feet. All right, and of course it's up to you to interpret these. What do these changes mean? How are things changing in time from one moment to the next? What does this mean for your reading? All right, so in the Hierophant, in the first one, the hands are putting the crown on his head, or the headpiece. The second one, it's on. In the third one, he's holding up the book. And any of these decks you can use as alone. You don't need to use them all together. I just find it super interesting to look at the changes. So in this one, in the before of the lovers, Adam is helping Eve up. In this, the Radiant Rider Smith, of course, that's the one we know where they're standing there. And in the After Tarot, Eve is handing Adam the apple. Interesting. Okay, the Chariot. And I'm going to do some videos of readings with these two decks, these new decks. And maybe I'll do some together with all three decks. That might be interesting as well. All right, so in the Chariot, the before Chariot, the charioteer is getting into the chariot. And in the after, he has the Sphinxes on their feet and moving ahead. I find this Strength card super interesting. The changes in this one. In the before tarot, the lion is coming to the woman rather menacingly, and in the original Rider Waite Smith, she's shutting its mouth, and in the After Tarot, she's hugging it. So I find that really kind of nice and touching, and shows that you can get a lot. Kindness can be a lot stronger than brute force. That's what that card always says to me. So in the before card of the Hermit, there is no light in the lantern. In the second one, there is a light in the lantern. And in the third one, he is, his staff has turned back to a snake, or it has turned to a snake, and he has a dog with him as well. Wheel of Fortune. There is no Sphinx on the top of the Wheel of Fortune in the before tarot. And in the After Tarot, there is a monkey over here on the side. So that's kind of interesting. With the Justice card, we have in the before, a dove of pieces flying away and is replaced by a sword. And then in the After Tarot, we have two people coming, seeking justice. Hangman. In the before tarot, there are two crows or ravens at the top on the tree that he's hanging from. And in the After Tarot, someone's bringing him a drink. So that's kind of cool. And like I said, I'm not doing any interpretations right now. I just want you to see the differences and how they compare. So the Death card. Oh, the one thing I'm noticing most is in the Rider Waite Smith image, the woman is sitting there with a child and with a man who may be the Hierophant. And then in the After Tarot, that person, if it is the Hierophant, is dead, and the child is dead as well. But the sun is higher up in the sky. So they have reached their transformation. And in the before tarot, there are no human figures in that at all. All right, let's look at Temperance. Temperance in the before tarot, the angel's filling the cups, and in the after tarot, the angel is emptying both of the cups. In one, a dove is flying out, and the other one, they're emptying the water back into the lake or the river. Cool. Okay, the devil. I'm not going to say much about this. I'm just going to show that briefly. If you want to pause it, go right ahead. I'm not sure what the guidelines are for that, so I don't want to keep that on the frame too long. All right, so here we go. The tower, we just have a storm around the before tower, and the people are looking out the window. And then in the original, of course, the people are flying out the window. And then, sadly, in the third one, the tower is just broken in half, and the people are lying dead on the ground. It's just gone from bad to worse. All right, the star. Again, we have, I'll just let you take a look at that. I'm trying not to block anything with my fingers. Moon. The sun. I find it interesting in the sun in the after tarot. The horse is completely gone, and there are 2 children. There's Judgment. So, in the before tarot, in the Judgment card, the people are still in their graves. In the second one, they are, or the original one, they're coming out of their graves. And in the third one, the only thing left in the graves is the skeletons, and the people's souls are all just about nearly up to heaven. At least that's how I'm interpreting it. Now this one, it made me a little sad when I saw the World card, because in the first one, the woman's embracing a man. In the second one, she has apparently reached the end of that cycle. She is no longer with the man. And in the third one, she is holding her baton up. And the images of at the corners have changed into the wand, cup, sword, and pentacle. Alright, so Ace of Wands. I'm going to try to go a little quicker through this. I know this is going to be a long one, but I find it interesting that in the after tarot, the salamander is there. Here's the 2 of Wands. And I kind of love that in the third, in the after tarot, the man has been joined by a partner. The 3 of Wands. So the falcon is landing on his arm in the before tarot. You don't see, we can assume that the falcon is being held in front of him or that's what they're insinuating, in the original Rider-Waite, and then in the third one he's letting the falcon go. Alright, then we have the 4 of Wands. the wedding couple or the people who the party was for are leaving. Alright, so we have the arrival, the party, and the exit. I like this Five of Wands difference. Look at this. Okay, so in the first five, in the before tarot, the Five of Wands, they just look like they're walking up, they're getting ready to start fighting. And in the original, they're fighting pretty well, and then in the after tarot, they're all sitting down, and they don't look really mad anymore. They're just like, okay, we're done fighting. Which is always a good thing. All right, so Six of Swords. So it's kind of nice. In the before tarot, a wreath is being put on the man's head by, it looks like maybe a priest or a monk. And in the second one, he's parading through the town with all the audience watching him. And in the third one, he's putting a wreath on this woman's head. So maybe that's like sharing your victory with others, or sharing your victory with someone. Maybe giving someone credit for something that you've been rewarded for. Or you're being rewarded, so you're rewarding the people that helped you. Okay, so Seven of Wands. We have the person, please help me. He's praying. Then he's in fighting mode. And then the fight really progresses in the after tarot. He's kicking butt in this one. I almost made a Bruce Lee sound, but oh, you can thank heavens I didn't. Okay, this is the Eight of Wands. Again, the salamander shows up. The Nine of Wands. In the Nine of Wands, I notice in the after tarot, he's got, in the first one, it looks like he's fought with a really angry wolf. And he's got his bandages on the original. And then it looks like he's got some help in the third one. It's like, don't give up. Help is on the way. All right, so then we've got Ten of Wands. And in the before tarot, he's just getting his wands. In the original, of course, he's carrying them. He's almost at the end. And then he's dropped them all. And he's like, oh, God, now I have to pick them all up again. All right, then the Page of Wands. The Knight of Wands. It just really looks like he's gaining momentum and becoming stronger and wiser as he goes along. I mean, as much as you can in like one moment. Okay, here we go. The Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. All right, I find it interesting. King of Wands has a lion in the before tarot. And in the after tarot, he has a salamander, and his wand has sprouted a lot more leaves. I mean, I think you can really make some good, you can really get some good insights from these cards, from the changes in the cards. I just like this so much because it makes, to me, it makes the tarot feel, the characters feel so much more alive. Okay, so this is the Ace of Cups. You know what, maybe I can move these aside a bit. I don't want to get two super messy piles over here. Or three super messy piles over here. All right. So we're going to do the Two of Cups. And I actually really like this one. In the before tarot, they're not even holding the cups. In the regular, they are, you know, both taking and drinking. And the third one, they're embracing, which is very nice. Here is the Three of Cups. It's where they're just like discussing, doing a party. They look like they're having more fun in the third one, actually. And the Four of Cups. I found this interesting. In the Before Tarot, he's drinking from a cup. And he's being offered in the regular a cup, obviously, and then he's pouring it out. So, you know, you can draw a lot of inferences from that as well. The last cup I drank made me kind of sick, so I'm not going to do that again. All right, then here we have the Five of Cups, and it looks like, so something's happened. The cat has knocked over a cup, and then there are 3 more cups gone, and in the end, I think he's starting to notice, okay, well, I still have these 2 cups over here. At least I'm hoping he's starting to notice that, because that'll make his life a lot easier, won't it? And then the Six of Cups. We have the 2 children. The boy is grabbing the flowers from the cup, and then he's giving it to the little girl. And then they're both running over to greet this person over here, who looks like it's a man with a beard. Okay, and I find the Seven of Cups. I don't know, these are so fascinating to me. Okay, so in the Seven of Cups, so the first thing, he's not even really looking at his choices, right, in the Before Tarot. And then in the regular Tarot, he is looking at all the choices. And in the After Tarot, he has chosen actually 2 of the cups, one with the jewels and the one with the snake. Huh, interesting. All right, and then the Eight of Cups. We have the person like drinking his cups. He realizes he's not satisfied. He goes off in search of fulfillment. And then a lady who could be a relative, it could be a partner, comes and like looks at the empty cups, and there he goes. So that's kind of sad, isn't it? And then the Nine of Cups just gets better and better. First, the man's filling his cups. He is fulfilled in the regular one, and then he's even got dinner on top of it. He's got a feast coming too in the After Tarot. Then we have the Ten of Cups. We got a little rainstorm. The rainbow comes out, everything's hunky-dory. And then in the After Tarot, it even gets better. They are around a campfire and having a good time. And I like the Page of Cups too, because I always wondered where that fish and the cup came from. Did you ever think about that? So in the Before Tarot, we have a seagull dropping the fish into his cup, which I think is very cool. And then in this, and the usual one where he's looking at the fish in the cup and you're thinking, yeah, how's that fish getting in the cup? And then in the After Tarot, the fish jumps back out of the cup. Then we have the Knight of Cups. He's being given a cup by a woman, and then he takes it with, and then he drinks from it. Queen of Cups. I hope you can see these. I hope I'm holding them up high enough. And then the King of Cups. Then we come to the swords. So we have the Ace of Swords. So this is kind of cool because look, it's almost like a King Arthur thing where in the Before Tarot, he's pulling the sword out of the stone, and then he has the sword in the crown, and then in the last one, he's holding a falcon. All right, and then we have the Two of Swords, which I also found to be super interesting. In the first one, she's blindfolding herself. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to see you. I don't want to think about you. And she's holding up, in the original, she's holding up the swords as if she's fending people off. And then, or maybe she has a choice to make. And then the 2 men are standing in the After Tarot, and each one has a sword, and they've got them crossed in front of her, so that's interesting as well. And I like this changing. The Three of Swords is one of my least favorite cards in the entire deck. So I was really happy to see this. So you have the Poor Innocent Heart in the Before Tarot, and then blammo, it gets pierced by 3 swords. But in the end, the After Tarot, it's bandaged up and the swords have been removed. And it's healing. I love that. And then we have the Four of Swords. I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on my my timer and on my camera to make sure it's not overheating. Generally, I can get about 30 minutes out of one camera or one, video, and then I have to switch. So if I have to make a part 2, I will make a part 2, but it'll be a really quick one because I'll just finish this. All right, so we have the Five of Swords, and he's so happy about winning. We have the Six of Swords. I found this interesting in the Before Tarot. The woman's getting into the boat, and the Journey is the regular or original, and then in the Six of Swords, they're getting out, and the man is following them with swords, maybe to protect them. I always feel like that's someone on a journey with like an angel or a guide with them, a spirit guide maybe. All right, here is the Seven of Swords. He's sneaking away now. He's like pretty confident, but look, he's stepping into a noose, which he deserves. Ha! Okay, and then we have the Eight of Swords. Now, this is interesting. In the first one, someone's got her held captive. They are, and this could be representing her thoughts. She's captive. She feels like she can't get out, but she really can. Only she doesn't know it because she's blindfolded. She's not looking. And then, in the end, someone comes to assist her, which is really cool. And we've got the Nightmare card. We've got blood dripping from the swords. The Nightmare, the person is like, ugh, and they're having the horrible dream. And then they wake up and they're like, okay, it was a dream. And then they take the swords and they like kill the dragon. Or they're like, yeah, I'm going to get rid of these unnecessary worries because I know they're not real. Take that, you fake dragon. All right, here we go. The Ten of Swords. This is a little sad too. But I guess it was inevitable with 10 swords in your back, you're going to die. So in the first one, he's walking toward there, and then he gets stabbed in the back, and then they carry him away. Dead, I guess, dead. I guess there's a lot of ways to look at that one. And then we have the Page of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Sorry, I hope I'm not blocking anything. And the King of Swords. I'd love to hear in the comment section if you can think of a way to use all three of these together. And I'll be thinking of something too. And I'm going to do some readings with these cards as well. I'll do videos with some readings using these cards, because there's actually some good spreads in the guidebooks. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. Here they're looking at the plans, they're working on it here, and then it's done, the sculpture is done. He's admiring his work. Here is the I kind of like this. I really love this Four of Pentacles because we always call this the miser card. And it looks like here people are giving him money or they're paying him. Or, you know, and then he's got like, mine, all mine. And then it's like death is saying, dude, you can't take it with you. I would call this the you can't take it with you card. And this Five of Pentacles is interesting too because look, at the first one there's just a dog, and the light in the window is pretty dim. And the second one, the two people come and the light in the window is brighter. Then the third one, there are more poor unfortunate people and it's really snowing a lot harder. Go inside, people, go inside. All right, here we go. And I'm not taking the time to draw inferences. I just really want you to see these. And you can draw your own inferences as well. So here, he's giving, I think he's figuring out who deserves money. In this one, he's parceling out the money. And in this one, he is, the people are walking away and he's giving money to someone else. The Seven of Pentacles, we have the man working hard in his garden. Then he's, in the original, he's waiting for his harvest to come. And in the third one, he's finally gotten to harvest some of it. He's getting the rewards of his work. Slowly, but he's getting them. Okay, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles. He goes from, you know, practice makes perfect, working hard. And then, look, it even gets better. A Nine of Pentacles. She's enjoying all the fruits of her labor and her independence. That's one of my favorite cards in the deck. And of course, my 10 Pentacles is actually my favorite card. I know that seems weird, but some people think this is a boring card. I don't think it's a boring card. Okay, so in the first card, the people are working. They've got babies. They're just getting started in life. And here we have grandchildren. The dogs are grown up. And then the grandchildren are benefiting. So it's like the legacy that the people have left for their family members who come after them. Okay, and then we have the Page of Pentacles. I find this little character, oh my gosh, sorry. I find this little character right here super intriguing. Who is he? Who is he and what is going on with him? I actually find that fascinating. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. He's getting the pentacle out of a tree. He's carrying it and he's holding it up. He's kind of letting it lead him. Maybe he's letting his physical or his material goals lead him on his way, on his journey. Here is the Queen of Pentacles. And last but not least, the King of Pentacles. Okay. And look at that bull. That's like bursting into the scene. All right. So that is my comparison of the before, the after, and the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I used my Radiant Rider-Waite-Smith for that. So that's it, friends. I probably could go into a lot more depth with it. I just wanted you briefly to see, and this is not so briefly because it's already been like 34 minutes. But that is my comparison of the Before Tarot, the original Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I'm using the Radiant Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and the After Tarot. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not done so, because it is completely free for you and it helps me out a whole lot. Plus, if you hit the notification bell, you'll be notified whenever a new video is released, and so you'll never miss any of them. I want to thank you for being with me today. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.